All right, let's take a look at the bottom of page 91. We are going to finish up lesson 4.4 today, starting with the check understanding questions. Number one says Lazy Days Summer Camp has tents that each fit 5 campers. The camp director says they need 78 tents for 290 campers. Is this reasonable? Use estimation to justify your answer. Okay, so first we need to think through what it is that we're solving, and we need to know if 290 campers are there and one tent will hold 5 campers. We're trying to figure out about how many tents would be needed. So, to know this information, we would need to take 290 and divide it by 5, which is the total number of campers divided into groups of 5 and one tent to know how many tents would be needed. It tells us to use estimation to justify your answer. So instead of saying 290 divided by 5, let's round 290 to the nearest hundred. So next door to the 2 is a 9, which means my 2 will round to a 3, and 290 will round to 300. So if I solve 300 divided by 5, I can use a basic fact, which would be 30 divided by 5. And 30 divided by 5 is 6. And then we have one more 0 from our 300, so it would be 60. Okay? So if there were 300 campers divided by 5 of them each in a tent, you would only need 60 tents. So since the camp director says they need 78 tents, is that a reasonable answer? The answer would be no, because 78 is not that close to 60. And if you think about it, 60 would actually be a little bit more than what they would need since we rounded 290 up to 30. So 78 would not be reasonable. Now let's try number 2. It says to use compatible numbers to estimate the quotient. And we have 1,765 divided by 6. So we're thinking through compatible numbers. We want a number that we could easily divide by 6. That's going to be close to this number of 1,765. Okay, one thing we could do is I could think through multiples of 6, which would be 6, 12, 18. And if you look right here, this 17 and 1700 is pretty close to 18, isn't it? So if I think through that 1,765 is close to 1,800, I could use that as a compatible number and divide it by 6 using a basic fact. 18 divided by 6 would be 3. And then there are 2 zeros left. So I would put those here at the end for my answer. So estimating the quotient, we're not finding the exact quotient, we're finding a close guess. That's our estimation of 1,765 divided by 6 is going to be close to 300.